Well, have you heard of the term FIRE? It stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. Those who adopt a FIRE lifestyle spend as little as they can and save as much as they can. Well, that's just one of the conversations on Money Talks. That's a brand new personal finance podcast launched last month. It's part of a slate of new and refreshed audio content the CNA newsroom is embarking on. And to talk a little more about this, we have with us Sarah Al-Khaldi. Now, she is the host or the hostess of this series. Sarah, I was just talking to you about it before we came on air. You did not pitch this. This was pitched to you. But were you told, if you were told to pitch something like this, you would have pitched something about personal finance? It's not so far from your interests.
Yeah, for sure, because I do business financial news here in CNA and talk a lot about economics and stocks and all that. But I mean, I had a kid recently and I realized that, hey, I need to get better with my finances and I need to do something about this knowledge. It doesn't mean that just because you know about stocks and you know about the economy, it doesn't mean that you're actually responsible when it comes to your finances. So that's where I got really excited when it came to this podcast, because we focus on very personal matters like, retirement and savings and insurance. And these are things that require a whole lot of research, but sometimes we don't really do it. So these are the topics that we talk about in this podcast, Money Talks.
All right. Well, I see you in doing business news, and I'm genuinely frightened and awed by what you do. And I just wonder how you translate this kind of expertise, this kind of knowledge into personal finance. How do you get around from moving from one to the other?
Yeah, I mean, it's really down to going back to the basics and understanding what it's all about and, understanding what these financial matters are out there. And so it's really understandable that many people do get overwhelmed when it comes to finance, when it comes to stocks, and then they shy away. But then that is to your disadvantage, because at the end of the day, we are not going to make as much money as we do now. We will come to a point in our lives where we have to rely on, say, our savings or investments. And that's why it's the best time to learn more about this and to discover more before we get to that point. And so we also...
Chris, before we let you go, we'll do the quick fire round again. So I'll say a phrase and then we'll get your thoughts, maybe about 5 words or less.
That's stressful, man.
Really?
Of course.
He looks really stressed, actually. Only 5.
Okay, I'll try.
To buy or not to buy hospitalization insurance?
Must buy.
Integrated Shield plan?
If you want a better medical care, buy it.
Topping up MediSave?
If you can afford it, top it up.
Maternity insurance?
Not the first priority.
Healthcare costs in Singapore?
It's going up.
Thank you.
So it's not just about, serious financial information, financial terms, but it also has a bit of fun.
All right, now that little clip we saw just now, that was episode 6. That was the last one you did, which is about many of us are overinsured, so these are insurance basics. But you were telling me that one episode was a standout in terms of reception from the public, followed by the second one. Would you like to tell us which ones those were?
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned earlier about FIRE, which Financial Independence, Retire Early. And we talked to a Singaporean who is aiming to retire at the age of 35 with $1 million in his investment portfolio. So that's not something that, everybody can achieve easily. But he does make some good points about watching how much you save and investing aggressively, knowing where you're putting your money so that when you do retire, you have something waiting for you. And of course, making as much money as you can.
All right, congratulations on that debut, Sarah. Thanks for speaking to us as well. This was Sarah Al-Khaldi, CNA business presenter and, of course, hostess of Money Talks.